Do you feel like you're supposed to be happy during the holiday season? Do you see other people surrounded by friends and loved ones on social media? Are you embarrassed to spend your holidays alone and find it hard to cope with it? This video will help you to deal with loneliness during the holiday season. Hi, I'm Dr. Ghazaleh and I create videos for people who want to understand their emotions better and struggle with self-criticism, shame, procrastination, people-pleasing, and childhood trauma. Paradoxically, you're not alone in feeling lonely during holidays. Many people feel like this. Many people have the holidays trigger feelings where you feel like you're the only one, or when you feel like something is missing. So, how do you handle all of this loneliness? Number one, don't isolate yourself. It's important to remind yourself that you're not alone with feeling lonely. It's okay to feel lonely and to experience that emotion. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Many people feel lonely during the season. Try to plan ahead on time for the holiday season. This plan can include a list of people you know you can contact when feeling lonely, places you enjoy going, or you feel connected to others, or activities that tend to lift your mood. Maybe you even know other people who feel lonely as well. Reach out to them and make plans with them ahead. Number two, give yourself self-compassion. A recent study shows how self-compassion in form of self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness has a positive impact on loneliness, while self-judgment, isolation, and over-identification in form of self-criticism are positively related to loneliness. Being self-compassionate means being gentle with yourself during this really difficult time. Acknowledge your suffering through loneliness is part of the human condition, and that you are, like everyone else, worthy of compassion. It is also important to know that loneliness is not pathological. Loneliness is actually quite normal, and most people feel lonely at some point during their lives. Do you know anyone who never felt alone in their lives? Practicing mindfulness helps you to accept and tolerate your loneliness without being carried away by it. Allow yourself to feel your loneliness without being judgmental, which leads to the third point. Feel your feelings. Research shows the more we try to avoid feeling our feelings, the more it backfires in various forms such as chronic pain, reactive anger, self-destructive behaviors such as drinking or overworking. Allowing ourselves to feel our feelings helps us move forward instead of getting stuck. Do you know the rain meditation? Take a comfortable seat. Focus on your bodily felt sense. What do you notice that comes up inside your body when you allow yourself to feel your loneliness? Acknowledge your loneliness. Try to investigate what's trying to tell you. Where does this deep feeling of loneliness come from? Maybe it reminds you of experiencing loneliness in your childhood or a painful breakup. Try to be as curious as possible. Give your loneliness words. Let it talk to you. What does it really need in this moment? How can you nurture yourself? What could be really soothing for you? Maybe a bath. Maybe talking to a friend or going for a walk. Sit with your loneliness and try to take good care of your loneliness. Which leads to number 4, self-care. Here are my 5 practical self-care tips during a lonely season. Number 1, start a gratitude diary. Write about any good or nice things that have happened to you in the last week. Even if it's something like enjoying a cup of tea in the sun, retrieving positive memories, or being grateful for someone or something in your life. There are always things to celebrate, no matter how small. Writing a list of all the good things about you and your life will help you keep your loneliness in perspective. Number 2, make yourself some comfort food. Research shows that people who are lonely are less likely to look after themselves and eat well. Loneliness can affect our sleep and energy levels, so making sure we have a balanced and enjoyable diet is important. Taking the time to prepare a nice meal for ourselves, even if it's just a sandwich with all your favorite ingredients, is one of the most simplest and nicest forms of self-care we can do for our bodies. Number 3, create a nurturing environment. The absence of touch can be a significant factor in loneliness. Make your home a nurturing sanctuary that appeals to your senses in other ways. Invest in tactile, soft furnishings like comfy cushions or cozy blankets. Scented candles that smell calming or uplifting are also a good way to nourish your senses. Basically, anything that makes your home cozy and nurturing. Number 4, make a list of things you always wanted to do. For example, you can plan future holidays. Think about places you always wanted to go. Start a new hobby. Start meditating. Nurture your relationships. When was the last time you actually wrote a letter to a friend? I mean, a real letter. Number 5, catch up on sleep and exercise. Now is the time to take care of your body. We know that exercise leads to trigger of endorphins in the brain. The combination of rest and a good night's sleep and exercise has an enormous impact on our physical and mental well-being. Number 5, and this might be a really hard one, get off social media. Studies show, meanwhile, that social media can lead to increased feelings of loneliness. There's a latest research that suggests that limiting social media use to up to 30 minutes a day may lead to significant improvement in well-being. Try to disconnect from social media, or at least set a strict boundary, such as just going on social media for 30 minutes a day, and get more engaged in the real world. You know that social media is not real life and will feel you feeling very lonely and sad. How can you actually socialize in your daily life? I mean, healthier options and substitute activities may include meeting other lonely people, reading a good book, taking a contemplative walk in nature, or participating in art such as photography, writing, or creative cookery. Be aware of what's driving you to snack on social media. There are healthy options to satisfy those cravings. And this is the most important one. Remember, you're not alone in feeling that way. I truly wish you happy holidays and hope you can use one of these suggestions and this is helpful for you.